Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here. I'm with Dylan Avery. It's 2020, and hey now 2020.
Hashtag hey now 2020.
Hey now.
Get that trending on Twitter.
Let's not get that.
Let's
I
not.
saw some of the things that were trending on Twitter already today,
I haven't
like
even looked.
birthday gifts for boomers, and like the first thing I saw was an Etch-a-Sketch, and it's like,
I used an Etch-a-Sketch.
I know. Well, that's how exactly. That's the thing. Now, anybody who's over 35 apparently and has trouble with technology, which we don't,
Which we do not. We
we
do not fit that criteria.
at least the technology part, but anything else, and you're a boomer now. You're boom diddly human. Here, let's see if we can get a little more disco
Whoa.
in there.
There you go.
Oh,
I mean, you know, whatever.
Well, you know, we want to get it. We want to get it in there. We want to badingo, badongo, check Congo.
Pardon me for being so fancy. I filmed a wedding last night, and you know, didn't change my clothes.
So here's the deal. We're going to take your questions. We've got that set up right down here. I'm going to be doing a little bit of old man ranting and raving right about now.
So about the usual then?
Well, I mean, yeah. You know, that if you saw 2020's here, and guess what? Hey, boomer, how you doing?
Hey now, you're
Hey
an
now.
all-star.
And by the way, this is everybody who thinks that I'm deleting comments or whatever. This is what happens. I did nothing. I'm sitting here. You see how that works?
I see that.
Yeah. I'm not doing anything. And
I'm no stranger to the messages held for review.
Yes, there's.
I've seen my share.
I've seen my, and you get to see them too. We're
true.
totally uncensored here. That's the deal. But
So tune in to the live broadcast for exclusive looks at censored comments held for review.
yeah, all right.
We're
Anyway,
just gonna go right into this, huh?
yeah, for sure. Look, this is the title. I'd hate for YouTube to come after me because I'm not telling people. So there's this new law, and actually Mick West came at me. And like I should be for this law. This man here robbed a bank. It was either a fake gun or whatever. Listen, even if he handed him a note, when you go to rob an actual bank, and I get it, banks rob people every day. The people working there, they're not robbing you. In most cases, they're making $15 fucking an hour if they're lucky, depending on what state they are. You're putting their life at risk. Thank you so much, Monica Fee. By the way, minimum wage here is $12 an hour. I'm sure there are a lot of people that are making that.
I mean, at a bank, I'd like to think they're at least making a couple over minimum wage. They're handling people's fucking money.
Yeah, but dude, you'd be shocked.
I would be shocked. You're absolutely right.
So again, listen, even if they were making $25 fucking an hour, all right? And we'll get to that. You haven't seen any of the super stickers yet? Is that what you're?
I was just reading. I don't want to have to put on my glasses, and
yeah.
You don't have it on the big screen.
No, we'll get them. We'll get them there.
I'm squinty McHutch
You know what?
now.
I'm gonna scroll all the way up so we can start from the beginning.
That's all right. But yeah, new stickers. I see that.
Yeah, there's a new sticker thing.
It's very fancy.
Anyway, this man robbed a bank. It's not like it's up for contention.
He's right there. I mean, like,
hold on, he's right there. Oh, what is it? And there he's leaving.
wow.
Wait.
Whoop.
And there he is coming, and there he is leaving in the suspect's vehicle. They catch both these guys.
Oh, two guys. Cool.
There's
Great.
two guys. Well, this is the guy who was there, but two people get caught. And they are
almost looks like-
released on their own recognizance
It looks like
because of a new law. Listen, this is insane. This is a felony. And there's a reason we have a justice system to post bail. I'm not saying the system's not corrupt. I'm not saying banks aren't corrupt. I'm saying this man and the other person who knew that he was robbing a bank put people's lives at risk. And if this is the new way we're going to handle things in New York, you are inviting fucking felons to come and have a go here. Because they're like, hey, if we get caught after we rob the bank, they're going to let us go. We'll go to fucking Ohio.
unless you're deemed a flight risk because of the new law. Maybe everyone's just a flight risk now.
I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know, man. I think this is complete insanity. And by the way, hey now 2020.
Hashtag welcome to New York,
hey now,
my friend.
2020. Remember, I'm a big believer in the intelligence community, Dylan.
I think so.
Yeah, you know how I love the intelligence community. They're constantly telling us the truth, and they're never spinning anything.
That was sarcasm. Okay.
Oh, was it?
I was like, wow, Burma's throwing me a curveball. He trusts the intelligence community. Where did this come from? Is this a New Year's resolution?
Oh, it's not a New Year's resolution, but let us never forget this, and this article is based on our good folks at the Pentagon and what they were telling George W.
W.
The W. Now like
dub.
the dubs. The D-dubs. Remember, they were also telling us we would also go to the moon by 2020 again. That's another thing that... watch out for those gang symbols.
Flashing the dubs, yeah.
Yes. So just so everybody understands, and I'm not going to get into a big climate change debate with you, but secret report warns of rioting and nuclear war. Britain will be Siberian in less than 20 years. And guess what? 2020. 2020. In less than 20 years, catastrophe, rising sea levels.
I'm just glad they're putting disclaimers on articles that tell you how old they are.
I'm so glad they are doing that too, because again, 15 years ago, plus if you listen to this bullshit, you could be paying a carbon tax. Siberian cities, Europe, destroyed. It sounds like a fucking Amazon Prime show, you assholes.
It just did.
Yeah.
I think you missed your calling as a trailer voice guy.
Guys, before we get into it, we're about to get into it. And once again, thank you for that super sticker. We'll take all super chats. We're going to go in order as we always do. Me and Dylan are actually going to discuss a maybe project that I was talking to him about, which I think is a good idea, something a little different.
Well, if it's a maybe project, you need to decide by the end of today.
Well, no, because obviously we wouldn't do it today. I've already eaten after midnight, so I'm a gremlin at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, listen. As long as we do it in 30 days, it doesn't really matter.
Oh, I thought it was like a new year, new me.
New year, new
Hashtag new me.
It doesn't have to be that. It could be
Okay.
new me, new decade. It doesn't really matter. The base of it is can I eat just meat for 30 days? Now
You're basically doing a keto diet.
it's now keto.
Keto. How are they?
Yeah. It would allow me vegetables. This is not going to. It's going to be straight up meat. Just meat. Just meat and meat.
Just all day.
All day,
meat all day, every day.
And the rules would be as such, because we don't want to go too hardcore, but I want to see, what could change my body. Obviously, the first thing we would do is weigh myself and then take video of my rotundness. Get in there.
Probably just set up like a permanent camera just fixed to the scale.
Well, I was thinking about not only that, because I literally have stacks of these cams, is in the morning, I would
you
also
can do like a bunch of match cuts and like.
Well, I would every morning when I go in to my bathroom, I do a little diary there. Obviously, what I would want Dylan for is the buddy comedy aspect of it, but also he's a really good cinematographer, shooter. So for shots when like opening shots, this is what I'm thinking. Aside from talking about it, obviously we'd go to the grocery store,
right,
and I would just buy about $300 worth of meat
for
the whole month.
That's where your super chat money's going, is to buy Burmese a whole bunch of meat.
Well, it does feed me. That's going to be the 30 days.
Just kidding.
Well, you know what I mean. So a bunch of meat. I'm going to clear out my cupboard, my fridge. That would also be in one of those shots. Obviously time lapse.
Maybe fridge cam.
Again, not a bad idea.
Just leave a GoPro in your fridge.
Well, I was also thinking, I have those gimbals too.
That's true.
And the gimbal is good with a nice. The camera on this LG V20 is pretty amazing. So just being in there as I cook sometimes and following me around the kitchen, again, you never know what you're going to do. People don't understand. You want to shoot as much as possible, and something that we could cut together that's less than an hour, especially the way
for
maybe
30 days,
40 minutes, like a 40-minute little mini doc. Something different, but at the same time, I think useful to see if there are real health benefits, if it's bullshit, if it would transform my body.
I'm gonna hide surveillance cameras in your house, so I
that's awesome.
know if you're cheating.
Well, that's the other thing. The way to get somebody else involved in the project is the way that I will not cheat. That I would feel like a scumbag if I cheated.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's the other.
I'm just gonna randomly come by and just do welfare checks.
Yeah, and that's perfect. That's exactly what I need. You know what I mean? I need that discipline that we're actually going to do this project anyway. You know what I mean? But that someone's going to hold me to it, and it's not just going to be some dream thing.
Okay.
And we'll talk about it. Maybe we'll start it on February 1st, maybe January 15th. He's got a lot on his plate. Why don't you, as I'm about to go to your super chats and questions, again, we're taking all the chats. We're taking all the questions. It's 2020. Hey now.
Get in those super chats. Buy Burmese a bunch of meat.
Meat. We're going meat. But tell people what you've been working on, because you've been shooting your ass off.
I've been shooting my ass off. Did the Building 7 thing. I believe I went on here shortly before departing for my trip. And, went to Berkeley, Bay Area. Pretty much shot everything. Actually, no, we shot one interview in Oakland right on actually, I think it was Emeryville. And then 2 in the same location in San Francisco. And then the crew and I all flew up to Fairbanks and spent 2 days with Professor Leroy Halsey.
Awesome.
And so if you will open the Lightroom catalog that I have sent you over the Facebook, you can...
it's over the Facebook.
It's over the Facebook. So this is the BTS album that was taken by my amazing sound man, Scotty Tipton. ScottyTipton.com.
ScottyTipton.com.
But check out...
we're going there right now.
Oh, I know. I'm letting these guys know who don't see the nanigans you're up to over there.
Oh, there we go.
So here you go. Here's what a not cheap documentary about Building 7 looks like. That's the Grip Electric House in Berkeley. That's where we got, giant truck full of lighting equipment, C-stands, blankets, all that fun stuff. That is our first. That guy. That's our first interview. Kamal Obeid, Obeid. Let's see here. I'm trying to pick out a particular one. Those are the two that we shot in the Memorial Library. That's Scott Granger, a fire protection engineer. If you keep scrolling through, I don't know if you can do the old right ski.
I don't know if it's there. You see it? Oh, there it is on the bottom.
There you
I
go.
see it, yeah.
So click through for a bit. That's Kelly, producer, and yeah,
Oh.
Scott actually broke down for a
Really?
little bit. Yeah, got a little emotional. So
I mean, that happens when you're talking about this stuff because this is real shit, man.
yeah.
That's why if people are wondering why I'm wearing the Infowars.com hat, just to let people know, this is like a relic. This is an old school, 10+ year old, back when they did good work. When Jason Burma's stories like about the OPCW and the violent rapist Conor McGregor, they would make it on air there because there's no controlled media over here. And by the way, I see a couple more super chats, so we're gonna get to the chat skis right now. But this looks great, Dylan. We're gonna come back to it in a moment. And by the way, guys, if you want to see one of Dylan's documentaries, I happen to be a producer on Loose Change Final Cut. It's in the playlist section of this very channel. And if you are on Twitter sometime today, make sure to check out @JasonBurmis and retweet this thread, which proves beyond any reasonable doubt that over a year ago, Conor McGregor brutally beat, raped, and sodomized a woman in front of eyewitnesses. And it's being covered up.
It's his favorite story. Really.
I'm really trying to not let him fight in 17 days and make hundreds of millions of dollars, if not billions, for Disney, WME Entertainment, UFC, ESPN, and those scumbags, the high-level fucking criminal scumbags, the real gangsters, the gangster class, the predator class minions we don't talk about. Anywho, go retweet that for me. And we've got a flick off. Thank you so much for your sticker, my friend. You've seen
it's
it.
old flick off.
Oh, yeah,
our old buddy.
And thank you, Bogus Hype. Happy New Year. So let's get to it. Let's go through hey now you're an all-star. No. Hey now it's 2020. Hey now 2020? Can I get one?
Hashtag Hey Now 2020.
Hashtag Hey now 2020. Hashtag Illinois cannabis. There is some kind of pass there. Has it been completely decriminalized?
Yeah, that's right. There was something on my timeline today about how stores are opening up today.
Yeah, it's awesome. Hey, all for it.
People in Indiana
Listen,
are pretty upset. Like they're two bordering states, like just
here's the
legalizing
deal, man.
pot left and right.
The only reason I haven't done a Let's Be Blunt with Jason Burmis segment is because it's not federally decriminalized. Once that happens,
if you lived in California, you'd be all set.
Well, that's true, but at the same time, this is YouTube, and you get into terms of service, and they're always looking for an in, and they have hot box shows, and they let Rogan do his thing.
That's what I'm saying.
But if it was Let's Be Blunt with Burmis, well, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, you're not Joe Rogan.
I'm not Joe Rogan. I've got a better hairline, I think. I also have probably a bigger belly. Although his is pretty extended out, even though he's in shape.
Well, I mean, he's on that meat diet too. So.
Well, I'm going full board meat. We're gonna do it. What was that? I had a title for it, didn't I?
Oh yeah,
at
it was
least
like
I'm working.
it was like no meat, no shit, something like that.
Yes, I
might want to work on that one.
I mean, it's a working title, guys.
Why don't you guys call it Loose Meats?
Anyway. Hey, boomers.
Moving on.
Boomer. Hey now, 2020.
Happy 1980. Boy,
Yes.
I wish.
Yeah. Right.
Although I wouldn't be born for 3 years. It
No,
still
I
sounds
mean, I'd
pretty
be
cool.
one. Well, it depends on when in 1980. I guess I wouldn't even be one yet since I'm a July baby. But I think by that time I'm out of the hospital because I was a bit of a preemie.
Oh, a little preemie.
I was a little preemie guy.
You just couldn't wait, huh?
No, I want it out of there. Get me out. Hope you guys are having fun. Happy New Year. Goodbye 70s. Hello 80s. Well, I'm here. Yes, you are, Brad. Hi from PH.
Oh, Monica Fee with a flying.
This was the first one. Remember that was
that is the first one.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Well, that's not. No, that's a pear, dude. Can't you see the pear with the little bandana?
Oh, it is a flying pear.
Yeah, of course. There's a lot of fruit in these stickers and hippopotamuses, fruit animals. There, I think there's some Transformers I've seen.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of superhero themes. Trump, under the USMCA, gave U.S. sovereignty away to the UN. This is what the impeachment was for, to distract the law being snuck into a budget bill while Trump then signed. Listen, we've been moving towards global governance through every single one of these presidents. I don't think that Trump is Jesus Christmas. I think he's a tool of the elite just like everybody else. I think more so these impeachment hearings, number one, there is a Democratic side that don't like him in there. They're not happy that we're saying Merry Christmas and not Happy Holidays. They don't like that pushback. One. Number two, if Trump was true to his word and we weren't, bombing Syria and Iraq again and we were actually getting out, or he had time to work on any of those policies and realized snakes like James Mattis, John Bolton, currently Bill Barr, and others are not those he wants to surround himself. Peter Thiel also amongst them. Hey, Thiel, I'm on to you. I'm on to your business, Thiel.
He's on to you.
I'm on to him.
Watch out.
Anyway, the point being, he's given Israel everything he wants. He's talking about now going in against Iran with this whole Baghdad situation. I want to get Tariq Hadid on, who quit Newsweek because they wouldn't publish the OPCW. Okay, if we had an honest president right now, he would be coming out and saying, you know what? It's really weird. My military told me there was a chemical attack in Douma, and there fucking wasn't. And I sent missiles in there. And I'm wrong. And we need to leave, like I was saying before that. But we don't have that. And you know what? If we had an honest media, they would be like, hey, Mr. Trump, it's weird because you guys told us that there was a chemical attack in Douma, and that's why we had to fucking put missiles in there. Instead, Assange is a Russian asset of poot, and fucking deal with it.
Poot.
Poot. I fear the poot.
Fear the poot.
I fear the poot.
You're not a poot licker?
I'm not a poot. I must be a Russian asset because I'm saying this. And no one wants to, Tulsi Gabbard should be the front runner. Not only that, but she's the one person that asked Mattis if an attack even happened. James Brownell with the thing, Happy New Year, JB.
Scottie Pippen.
And crew.
Scottie Tipton, not Scottie Pippen.
Oh, what is it? Where do you see
Scottie
Scottie
Pippen? California Uber allies.
Oh, in between. Well, hold on. I'm
wait.
just doing the super chats because we just jumped.
I know.
Oh, we're just a jumper.
I see a chat window, I read it.
Oh,
I'm a simple man.
Yeah, is that how they get you?
That's how
is
they
that how the Illuminati will get you? You'll read the wrong thing.
Has my opinion on Dr. Judy Woods changed after my recent? Wait, that's you. I guess I was asking me if I was mentioning
not at
Judy
all.
Wood in my Building 7
No,
documentary.
Not at all.
No.
Listen. Here's the deal. I'm not saying there wasn't something weird there, especially underneath detonations when you look at Building 6 and the way that was scooped out, and the fact that FEMA found liquid metal there as well. Ken Holden talked about Building 6 and the dripping metal there.
Don't forget the sulfidation of that one single piece of steel that they were allowed to keep for investigation.
Exactly. I'm not saying there wasn't something other. Listen, I'm saying it wasn't just planes and jet fuel. Okay? Even the thermite stuff, I get it. Stephen Jones did good research. All that stuff is there. It should be presented. I'm not saying that's factually everything that happened on the ground there.
You just have no way of knowing.
And I remember, and you might get a kick out of this, but Shepard Ambellis today tagged me in a post.
Shepard Shade, right.
Yeah, Shade. About that really weird Sears Tower footage where it looks, on 9/11, where it looks like, go ahead, tell people.
The Sears Tower?
Is it Sears Tower that I'm talking about? That you see what?
The Woolworth building?
Yes, the Woolworth building.
Yes.
Tell people about this.
I don't know. It's just one of those things that you notice when you watch hundreds of hours of footage from 9/11 and you see some weird shit.
And we've talked about that. We obviously never added it in a film, but we talked about it back in the day because we were like, what's going on there?
Well, because there was actual NYPD broadcast that said someone was firing from the Woolworth building.
And then you have that video footage where, I don't know if that's from the
there's like
report.
a little puff of smoke that seems to come off of the roof or something.
Yes, it's bizarre. It's posted now.
I think the first time I even saw that was in the early days of getting 9/11 footage. There was a guy called Tim Canale, Canale. I don't even remember where. I think I found him on one of the early fledgling 9/11 sites. But he's like, "Hey, I got a bunch of stuff that I taped off of the TV that day, not just the events, but stuff that happened afterwards." And he sent it to me on a DVD. And there was a lot. I remember a lot of people talking about it at the time. It's yo, you got to see the Tim Canale DVD. There's a lot of interesting stuff on there. So I don't know.
All I can say is this. The rooftop Israelis are real. So could there be
different rooftop though?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. So could there? That's my point. Could there be other activity on other rooftops as well? We also know that there's the Israeli van that we often talk about. Most people don't talk about the one that exploded in New York City that I cover in Shade.
That day?
Yeah, have I never played that footage for you? Here, let's we do it live. Burmis, we do it live.
I mean, I know there was one that was found where they specifically said they found explosive residue.
No, a totally separate one. You've never heard that audio? Have I never played that for you?
Maybe not.
Well, let's get there. We're gonna do it right here, and it's in the Israeli section. And here we go. There's There's not the Israeli section that's coming up, right?
Rapid to tap.
What do we got? There's Rivero. It's so tough because there's so much in here. This is, I think it comes after, right? Those are the war games. No, I definitely covered the Israelis before that because here's Able Danger.
Can you find an
You know what? We're going to go to this so you don't just see me being ridiculous. Thumbs this video up, by the way. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Here it is.
Don't forget
Secret
to hit that bell
Service.
icon.
Hit that bell icon. All right, but what I want is the actual, this is the Israeli section. And it's like 20 minutes, by the way, guys. So it's not like it's just easy to find all this stuff.
Jason Burmis is a confirmed Jew hiding for the Mossad.
Is that what it says over there?
I mean, probably. Probably
Here,
somewhere in
I'm
there.
just going to keep playing this in the background until I start to see it. And we're going to take your questions. Why don't you read some of these comments as I go through?
I'll do what I can with my no glasses.
Yeah, well, come on, California Uber allies. Bank tellers make crap. They know they do.
A guy looking for a whole bunch of computer parts. A guy telling him to use thermal paste. Bank robberies. Scroll down.
Scroll down.
Got a long way to go.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna fire through these. New York. Yeah, that's true. That's exactly how you pronounce it. A drone just crashed in Atwood by somewhere. Burmis's head is blocking it. Is that the security guard? I'm in Denver now. I was born in New York. Okay, keep going.
Keep going.
We're just gonna fire through these.
You're firing. You know what? We're just going to do it right here. Hold on one second.
Oh man, come on! I was starting to hit my pace.
Okay, so all right, we'll hit your pace. We'll hit your pace.
Delaware. Clean the computer. There's a guy in New Mexico. He has a law about something. Your head's in the way. California, similar to New York, but better weather. I agree. I've lived in both now, and I can say that California does have. Well, it's interesting because like living in New York and in the Northeast, you have what's known as seasons, and you actually have weather. So like you can actually feel the passage of time more. Whereas like you spend 10 years in California, and suddenly it's like, wow, well, that was 10 years, huh? That's interesting. Whereas out here, it's like, oh, well, the leaves are starting to fall and it's getting a little cold, which means snow's around the corner. And then eventually, you know, you're like, oh, spring's around the corner and, you know, things start to turn green again and you get the last snowfall in April. And then, you know, you're basically a month or two away from summer. And, you know?
All right, you ready?
Sure.
Another team who was involved that day detonated explosives on the ground.
Yeah, both suspects under K. We have the suspect who drove in the van exploded.
Yeah, I just want to make sure you and your guys are all right over there, K. That's all.
You know, we have both Neotrans driven that exploded.
What location?
6th Street between 6 and 7.
That's it right there.
on the scene on K 6 or 7. What you did on?
And apparently, they got out of the van, and the cops chased them down when you read the report, right? And as they chased them down, they detonated the fucking van.
Where's the report?
It's in that Israeli dump. You know which one I'm talking about. That was from Mint Press.
Nope.
You know, I'll do it right now. It's before the dump of the photographs that just came out. You know what I'm talking about? Those scans of them.
No.
You haven't seen the photographs where they black out their face? They white out their face?
No.
Oh, I have the actual FOIA.
Shit, man, I'm behind.
Yeah, way behind. That happened this year.
I've been living in Building 7 world, you know.
Dancing Israelis photos, but Patrick Henningsen did a really good extensive piece on the FBI docs before that, right here. Like Mint Press did a good piece. This is the Mint Press piece right here with the photographs that were released.
No shit.
You haven't seen these, huh?
I have not seen
Oh
them.
man, they're
When were
definitely
these released? If it was-
7 or 8 months ago. I covered them over on this channel quite extensively, and then the guy
missed
that
it.
got the FOIA gave me, because he was trying to get the actual camera rolls and if
Right.
there was any video, and they gave him scans of
Holy
photographs.
shit.
Yeah, it's all real, you know. And this is the morning of, and they're set up and they're taking these photographs, and then there's a big dump of FBI documents prior to this where you can correlate who these people are.
Okay,
And then that,
wait, hold on. Are these the Dancing Israelis?
yes, these
Oh,
are
shit.
yes. Yeah, you are behind.
Well, I know that because I know that they already went on that TV show.
Yeah.
to
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about
Oh, yeah.
it, but this I
A
didn't know
year
there were actual
before
pictures of
this,
them.
there's I think it's like 125 pages, and that's where you get their names, and it actually describes what they're wearing, so you can put them to this. There's a lot of great stuff out there about
Jesus.
it. I need to do a big like hour plus long on that. But
Yeah, I had
the
no
King
idea.
Street explosion shows that there's more than just the story of the van that just had explosive residue. You know, these guys weren't on the thing going, and the van exploded.
It had explosive residue on it because it exploded.
Like, and no one talks about that King Street thing, and no one talks about how many they detained before and after. And we talk about the art students all the time, but no one talks about the mall kiosks and, you know, those operatives. So you definitely had a network there. So again, if people are getting caught on the rooftops that day, all right, what do we got here? Are we on Drufus again? Clean box, new fans, cleaned radiator, repasted everything logical. I don't know why.
Better
I just
weather.
said that.
We're past all that now. You need to catch up.
oh, I'm
But we're
sorry.
past. Yeah, there you go. That sounds horrible. Carnivore.
Carnivore.
There you go. There's the name.
I like it. Carnivore the meat whore.
No, just call the project Carnivore.
You like that?
Yeah, I kind of do. Thanks, random chatter. I think
right.
you just gave us our title.
All right, there we
Unless
go.
you really want to call it No Meat, No Shit.
No,
Okay.
no. That could be a tagline afterwards or some kind of
Yeah,
promo
put
in
it
a
on the-
trailer
Put
or
it on
something.
the DVD art, you know?
Yeah, whatever.
Weigh yourself and take a big dump afterwards. It's the first thing we're doing.
I'm going to take the dump first. I want it to be, you know, fantastic. And that's also a
That
good
way we
shot.
can figure out
That's
how much
me-
weight you actually lose when you take a shit.
Probably like, it depends
It's going to
on
be like the
meal.
breakout segment of the doc. It's going to be the only thing people talk
Get
about.
that heart disease going. That's brilliant.
Hey, you know, there's not just bacon. He's got options.
I just
Ate a bunch of
well,
carne.
here's the other thing.
Oh, carne
This
asada
isn't
is
going to
so
be a non-sugar thing where that's listen. If it's in liquid form, other than a milkshake, I'm drinking my coffee. I'm putting sugar in it. There will be steak sauce. We're not going hardcore. I'm even considering that I could eat a country fried steak, even though that has breading on the outside. Obviously,
Look, yeah, there's a kind of a slippery slope there. I don't know, man. That
I
sounds,
knew you were gonna get.
that sounds like cheating to me.
I knew it. I knew you were gonna get in there. Well, but gravy's not out of the question, right?
What is gravy made out of?
I mean, stuff. Not meat. What am I
It's
supposed
meat
to get?
juice, basically.
Not
It's
really.
Like, it's like condensed meat juice.
It's not. All right, let's see. No nude shots until you're in shape.
I would
okay.
just- I would like
Listen,
to-
guys, no nude shots. Period.
I would
But
just like to loop back on Uber Allies, and yes, carne asada is the greatest.
You love that. Huh?
Things that I miss about California, carne asada tacos is one of them. In
I
fact, we're-
hated the food there when we lived there. I didn't remember living
well, yeah,
there.
we got L.A. California food.
Yeah, but that's what
like-
I'm saying. It was the worst. Dude, I did not take a solid dump the entire time we were there.
I remember.
And
I
it
think
was-
all of us.
It
I
was
think
the weirdest thing.
It was either the food or the
was
water,
awful.
or like the water or something.
The
but it was
only
just
good
like,
meal I had was that awkward steakhouse one where I had that huge belly.
You guys got some great BTS knowledge. When we went to LA, we didn't poop for a whole month.
Well, I didn't poop solid, but the other thing was that I remember that steak meal was the only good meal, and it was ruined because Andrew told us how he liked to get pissed on. You not remember that?
I mean, you know.
Boys, you've never lived until you had a woman stand over you and pee. Hey now, 2020.
Hey, fun times in Los Angeles, hanging out with Hollywood people.
No. Anyway, meat is good.
Can you have fish? I believe you can have.
Yeah,
fish.
oh yeah. I'm
You're
talking-
allowed. You're allowed to have fish.
If it had a pulse, I can eat it. That's how I feel about it.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm gonna get, like I said, you're gonna see the shots of me just emptying my my fridge. What we'll do over the next week is maybe we'll make a shot list of when we could start, and that way we can get those first few things done, and then you can sneak up on me whenever, or maybe there's something good that we want to
Yeah.
film. I don't know.
Cool.
By the way, guys, I'm back. I'm doing the Action for Assange thing tonight. I'm going to be co-hosting every other show with them in the first hour. And then I'm going to send you guys over to the rest of that vigil. So make sure to tune in 10 p.m. time here. Oh, excuse me.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. It's water.
Oh,
You want some gravy?
I want all the gravy you can handle.
All right. Can you have fish? Happy New Year from Scotland. And then...
I've done that. All meat, go to 105 pounds, lowest weight I've ever done. Well, I'm not looking. Listen, I'll tell you what. I haven't gone on a scale, but I'm probably like 210, maybe even 212, which is disgusting. The lowest healthy weight I've ever been at is 185 as an adult. However, when Slim Pickens and I was working at fucking that tech company Directive, and I didn't have the second job, it was before the bar, and I had no cash, I got down to like 179. I looked pitiful.
Oh, buddy.
Oh man, I mean, too skinny for JJ. Yeah, you know what I mean? I wasn't cutting weight for
There's
a
too
fight.
little amount of Burmese there.
There was
we need
not
a little
enough
bit more
Burmese. We needed some more Burmese. So I'm hoping, like, with this, I'll also be,
Find a nice like middle ground.
well, not only drop the weight, hopefully feel better, and maybe even exercise. Because supplements are not out either, by the way. I'm like, I've got some creatine in there. I've got some amino acids. But I'm not going to hide that from anybody. If I take them, I'm going to log everything. I'm going to log every meal I think that I eat. Every
good.
time. That's going to be the point. Every time I'm about to fire up a meal, I'm going to just fire up the camera and be like, hey, I'm fucking eating
Writing
this.
in your journal for the day.
Well, that way I don't have to write it in the journal. I can just go, February 12th, 2020. The chili was delicious. It had no beans. No?
yeah, it's all right.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like it's like the bad Bruce Wayne, Christian Bale Batman.
You need to be more mumbled.
Oh, dude, I just watched Watchmen.
Oh, the HBO.
Oh, dude,
Is it
it's
good?
so good.
I hear
It's-
mostly good things.
I mean, for another time, I'm gonna do a full
I mean,
video
you
on
know,
it.
I'm sure it's no cats, but
Oh, I heard about that. Tell people about how you went with your mom.
I went
for
with my
Christmas?
mom.
Christmas gift for everybody.
Christmas gift for me and my mom going to see cats.
How was it?
Insane.
How's insane?
Just absolutely insane. I mean, like, the movie starts and it's just pure ridiculous from the first frame. The music starts immediately. Like, it's insane. The idea that a whole bunch of people got together and made this, and like animators spent, I don't even want to know how many man hours
Hey, what's up, Gordo?
rotoscoping around people's faces and adding digital fur technology, and it's just, it kind of has to be seen to be believed. And like the funny thing is about it, like, you know, the trailer, like the internet lost its shit when the trailer was released back
Didn't
in like
they
June,
redo
July.
some of the graphics after that?
Well, he said he did, but this is the first theatrical motion picture in history to be patched. They sent out a visual effects patch like 3 days after the release.
I did see that. But I heard that they just added visual effects to it. That they didn't really change much.
Well, there's one thing that was going all over Twitter. In like the last musical number, you can still see Judi Dench's human hand complete with a wedding ring. And I didn't even notice like the rest of the film if it was a cat hand, but that was like the big thing everyone was circulating. It's like, oh, you can still see Judi Dench's hand right there. So that's supposedly one of the things they patched. But when I saw it with my mom, that was there. She had her human hand and her human wedding ring. The point is, you kind of have to see cats.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
And like it on the big screen, like just as loud as possible. I will give it this: the sound design was actually really good. Like the use of
You
surround.
kind of look like you liked it, Dylan.
It was insane. Like it's, you know, I'm not, you know, I'm not saying it's like my new favorite film, but it might be my new favorite film just because of how absolutely fucking.
You heard it here first.
It's
Disco
so fucking
Dylan
absurd.
Avery.
It is so absurd. You have to see Cats.
I couldn't get through Moulin Rouge like the first 10 minutes.
Oh,
I couldn't
dude.
even get through the first 10 minutes
Dude,
of that.
Moulin Rouge is
It's awful, right?
It's nothing compared to this.
That's what I mean. How am I going to get through like a super version of that?
Because it's
I
just
hate musicals
it's-
unless it's South Park.
It's so insane.
Okay.
It's just so absolutely insane. It literally it must be observed to be believed.
Okay. Happy New Year from Scotland. Cheers, my dears. I have some elk skanks thawing on my counter, going to brown them in tallow, and can hang
Elk
them.
shanks, not elk skanks.
Did I say skanks?
You
and not
sure
shanks?
did.
Well, I'm a jerk.
What are you, the My New Haircut guy?
Not mine.
Skanks, fucking
Dude,
skanks.
you know how much that dates us? The My New Haircut guy's like 2006.
Jaeger bombs. That's like
Jaeger-
early internet. This is before YouTube. You had that kind of shit like emailed to you.
Yeah, E-Bombs world.
Yeah.
Meat is not good. Just because you say it, don't make it true. I said that I'm going to eat it for 30 days. We're going to find out, aren't we? I guess we're going to find out if I look better, feel better, poop better, live
And
better.
we'll know for a fact.
I went
Carnivore coming later this
6'2"
year.
on the keto diet. Yes. Feel like crap sometimes though. Interesting. I'll stick with my 37-hour fast. Just meat for that long is rough. It might be, but we're going to find
We're
out.
gonna find out on camera.
On camera. That's what's going to be fun about it. It'll be something different too. You know, I think we both have a pretty good and odd sense of humor. You know what I mean? You know, aside from all this other stuff that we talk about.
If you watched any of our live streams, Jesus Christ. Get ready for 40 to 60 minutes of that.
Yeah, well, I mean,
But
they get 40 to 60 minutes of that pretty much, but now it'll be in like a
more condensed,
Sure.
concentrated form.
Yeah. Nah. Any thought on the Eddie Gallagher story? I'm not sure what that is. A lot of conflicting info on it, considering more troops. Oh, are we talking about the Baghdad thing? because I don't know much about what's going.
Probably.
Wait, is Eddie Gallagher? I think I know who that is. That's the one that Trump pardoned, and then they had those videos coming out of the testimony of other soldiers calling him a psychopath that were inadmissible in court. I'll say this: they shut the body camera footage off after they killed that one guy. Just because you wear a soldier's uniform does not make you immune to being evil. And just because you don't doesn't mean you're good. My point is that psychopaths find themselves everywhere. Law enforcement, the military, etc. And if he was killing, civilians, he should not be free. But I'm not there to judge. Combat Obscura really shows you. I mean, look, the Afghanistan papers are out. There is no fucking, we're not fighting fucking terror. It's a magic fucking nation land. There is no, goal other than to stay there and take their shit. How do you think these people feel? And now, well, it's Hezbollah taking over Baghdad. Yeah, it's not that they're fucking pissed. You just bombed them again. You bombed them and Syria. That's not it. You're right. People aren't allowed to fucking defend themselves. I would love bombs raining down on my neighborhood.
You would?
Oh, I couldn't wait.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, especially if they labeled me a terrorist and then it came out they're not.
It's just in Oneonta, New York has been bombed.
Jesus. Hopefully that doesn't trigger something. Bogus Hype, thank you again for that super chat.
And demonetized.
And I'm sure. Listen, let's do it live. I'm sure I'm demonetized right now. Well, here, I'll tell you what. We played the clip. Well, we do it live. Is this demonetized? Let's find out. I guarantee it is. So we'll go to YouTube Studio. And we'll go to videos. And we'll go to the live stream that we're on right now. And we've been demonetized.
It's not even done.
No, of course not. And we'll request that review right now. But of course we're demonetized. And demonetized.
All right.
Yeah. Somehow last night's New Year's stream is still monetized. I didn't even think. I'll eventually have to review it. Yeah. I mean, but these ones went up for review and they're okay. But you see how it goes. There's the confirmed.
Right.
That's how we roll here. Doesn't much matter. And I don't know much.
Let's get back to our chats.
But I know I love you. What do we got? I'm making a hefty venison stew right now. Delicious. LG V20. Is that your phone model? No, that's an old phone model. That's actually, don't get that one.
We're rocking the Redmis now.
Yeah,
actually.
the Redmi Note 8 for under $200, unlocked on any GSM network. I mean, you can't beat it.
I was skeptical, but it's been a very nice upgrade from my old S7.
I mean, exactly. This is much better than a flagship from 2 or 3 years ago, and it rivals some of the flagships now that you'd spend $500 to $1,000 on.
I was reading into them a little bit, like yesterday or the day before. They're basically like the Chinese Apple.
Yeah.
I mean, take that for what you will, but I mean...
Well, Huawei was trying to be, and then obviously whoopsie! China! Dylan, the interdimensional aliens are obviously in league with the Chicoms. With the Chicoms, Huawei needs to bend over and take it from Peter Thiel. Anyway.
Is it safe to come back?
It's all safe.
Okay.
Why people always go to the extreme, all for nothing.
Darling, I don't know
Well, Kate,
why I go to extremes. If you can sing, I can sing, goddammit.
Dylan,
Give me that
I'm
look.
not planning on this as a full lifestyle change.
I know you're not.
I'm just like, well, extremes also, it's an interesting little
Well,
project.
but I mean, it's kind of an all or nothing thing. You can't be like, for 30 days, I'm going to attempt to eat as much meat as I can, but I'm probably going to have some sugar and some bread and a couple other
the
things.
sugar's real, but I mean, like I said, if it's in liquid form.
You know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
you really kind of have to go, and especially if you want to get someone's attention, like, look at fucking Super Size Me. It's like, I'm literally only going to eat McDonald's for 30 days.
Yeah, smart move.
So that's one thing you got to figure out is to make sure how you're not just another Super Size Me.
Well, I think that the
Not
fact
that
that,
you
I'm
are,
not
but,
I'm not going to have, rapey allegations against me later. And have
That
to
we
write
know
some
of.
letter. Well, you've known me.
I have never heard of anything of
Yeah,
Morgan
thank you.
Spurlock.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you didn't hear about that? He
No.
wrote a whole thing. He was like cheating on his wife, and he was
Oh,
having sex
cool.
with interns. And,
Great, awesome, cool.
He actually, you know what, JP and Julia from the Healthy Junk Food, they did something with him for the release of Super Size Me 2. Because he had that pop-up restaurant down in the city,
That's right.
All right, so Happy New Year's.
Oh, Murray New Year. Yes, a Murray New Year to you indeed.
I have a flip phone, 15 plus years old. My boy Tino does too.
Are you excited for Ghostbusters 2020?
I don't know. Did Alex Jones sign this hat? Why would he have signed this hat? Do you think I asked Alex Jones for his signature? I have one hat he gifted
didn't-
me that I
he
wear
didn't-
every once in a while.
He didn't sign that.
No, he didn't sign the hat. Murrah, New Year. New Age Antifa up. Whoopsie.
Whoopsie doodle.
Doodle. They're making the frogs gay. Corey Haim tried to expose those Hollywood pedos. The abuse I get when I
Rogan
share.
got that turtle belly.
Yeah, but that shit's hard, man. The bottom
That's
of it.
it. This is why it's turtle belly.
Yeah. The abuse I got when shared one of your McGregor videos was unreal. I believe it, Sandy Mac. People don't want to believe the truth that Conor McGregor.
No abuse compared to the abuse that poor girl suffered.
That's right. Because if you read an article from over a year ago, a couple days after the attack that happened December 11th, this one, if you read from a high-level police source, Dylan, you'd know that at the end of the day, there is no doubt that this young lady suffered a horrendous ordeal. The examinations, there was examinations, and all of the evidence, all of it, shows that she was raped and very badly assaulted in that penthouse suite.
Great.
That's a pretty big quote.
That's fun stuff.
But there's more. But there's more. You see, when you talk about this mom who is accused by the Irish sports star of rape, that she was found battered and bruised, and they start discussing statements made by others. These statements are hugely detailed and go into, and complex, and go into minute detail of every aspect of the night and the attack. So weird that somebody would have witnessed this and talked to police, and that all the evidence shows that he did this. And there's forensic examinations,
Yeah.
and there's eyewitness accounts. That's she actually resisted and bit the man in question, and she was choked during the ordeal. It's so weird, and she was bleeding and bruised. And by the way, this isn't the first time he was accused of attacking women
Great.
before this,
Awesome.
because
Cool. Fun.
So if you want to go retweet this whole thread, guys, I'd really appreciate it. I'd like it if maybe a violent rapist doesn't make tens of millions of dollars.
We need to finish my picture album.
Yeah. Anyway, Super Size Me Meat. Jeez. See, there's the correlation right there already. Turtle Belly, LMAO. He loved it. Flick off like
Tom Hanks.
Max Stowowski, do you think you and Jones would make up? I don't think Alex Jones would ever talk to me again. And if he did, I mean, I don't know what to say, guys. I tried to give them the McGregor story. Do a Noah's Ark of meat meals. I don't know what that means.
I was just watching a video of Alex recently, and I was just thinking man, he's I know that he's changed, but he's just changed a lot. Compared to the guy that we used to see back in the early days. It's who's this crazy man in Texas that's just yelling at the camera all the time? There's something to admire about him in a weird way. And then,
John Eater, I agree. Mandatory big pharma vaccines is fascism. That's pretty much the definition of the government and private.
Nope, too far.
Private pharma.
Too far.
No, is it?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
so you went
it
right
is.
past the comments
Okay,
we were on.
yeah. Okay, there's the Corey Haim.
I got
Tom Hanks right there.
You just got buffered.
Did I get buffered?
That's what Don Teta Thomas.
I don't know that we actually got buffered. Might have been on your end, Don. We've been pretty good over here. Tom Hanks tweets a pic of a pacifier on the ground out of the desert. You're taller than Toe Rogan. I met him. I'm not taller. And he might have had some lift shoes on, but I met him. I met Ari. I met Eddie Bravo. I'm taller than Eddie Bravo.
Just do the Arby's diet.
Oh my God. That's the death diet. Can you imagine if I ate Arby's?
I
Only
mean,
Arby's for 30 days?
They have a happy hour with $1 sliders.
That's disgusting.
It's amazing. It's just like cats.
Shudder. Hashtag trans hippos matter. No, hashtag hey now 2020.
Yeah, wrong hashtag. Maybe tomorrow.
Um,
Maybe tomorrow we'll do the trans hippos.
Yeah, thumbs, sub, share. Yeah, subscribe. Please, guys. Happy 2020. Leaks about Pence and Ryan 2016 anti-Trump text. I haven't seen that. Thermite. Lasers. A little 20 twin.
Woolworth. We're still on the Woolworth building? Holy shit.
Oh, yeah, on this?
We are far back.
Oh, of course we are. We'll end soon.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. CGI double exposure.
Nope.
I don't know if it was CGI double exposure. I mean, if you're talking about, obviously not the planes, but if you're talking about like, listen, there are frame stuff that some of these anomalies, we've talked about this. Remember the birds that looked like they could have been speeding planes, and that had something to do with it.
Yeah, but I mean that's also when we had like 240p videos of what happened.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying CGI. I'm saying when you're talking about exposure and 480p grainy, video that's been downgraded a million times.
And again, like,
has a 15 frame rate.
When did the Scorpion King come out? 2001?
I don't remember, but wasn't that the sequel to the other one?
Yes.
The
but
Mummy,
It's
right?
the one that had the awful.
The Rock. It was awful. The Rock.
It's that one. Okay, so that's the CGI that they had in 2001 as Scorpion King CGI.
There was better CGI than that, but I'm not live.
But
I
that's
don't
the
buy
technology
Well,
that
you know
they
how I
had.
feel about the fucking Nico Hop nonsense.
I know.
Yes,
Or like, go watch Air Force One.
I did.
And the amazing scene where the plane crashes and it looks like a PlayStation 2 cutscene. So, that's what they were working with back then. Air Force One, I think, was like 98, 99.
Yeah, you're talking with Harrison Ford.
But anyway.
Get off this damn plane!
No ticket.
My favorite was like Wesley Snipes was in like one of those plane movies.
Dude, Passenger
Wasn't that-
57.
That's it, yeah. Wasn't that Always Bet on Black?
It's so good. Unlike Cats, Passenger 57 is actually good.
Okay. You know what we should do?
Go see Cats.
No, we should reshoot fucking John Carpenter's fucking They Live shot for shot. That's the movie to remake.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean, you need a budget for it, I agree, but
And you need to have a reason. Like, look at the shot-for-shot remake of Psycho. Totally pointless.
I didn't watch it.
Great. Thank you. My point.
Well, I mean, it's not like I'm a big Psycho guy anyway. I'll say this. There's always room for vision. I thought Dawn of the Dead is probably my favorite remake of all time.
Yeah, that opening is really good.
It's real.
The director's cut.
And throughout. Yeah, no, the director's
Throughout it, it's good. It does fall into some of the
tropes. But how do you not in that genre?
tropes, but also classic Zack Snyderisms where...
That is a Zack Snyder film, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, yeah.
And
He's
there's
done
like...
some really good ones.
He's done some really good ones. Okay, but then there's
Love
things,
The Watchmen.
There's things that he does, for example... Because this is in Dawn of the Dead, and I believe Batman v Superman, and probably a bunch of his other films.
But Batman
too.
vs Superman's terrible.
I know.
But it doesn't start bad.
There was potential there.
Yeah.
But the point is, especially when I saw the trailer, I was like, well, maybe they pulled this off. Like, okay, this is great.
And I watched the
This is
director's
what I
cut.
love talking about, by the way.
Yeah.
So, like, when the first original trailer came out and they had that scene where Clark and Bruce meet each other at Lex's party,
Mm-hmm.
and you can tell that they're like, fuck you, I know who you are. Well, fuck you, I know who you are, too.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't wait to see this play out on the screen. It's going to be so good to find out how they didn't address it at all.
Martha!
They just suddenly somehow
What
know.
did you say?
But there's never Bruce Wayne is a fucking detective. We never get to see him detect that Clark Kent is Superman. There's never a moment in the film where Bruce Wayne is like, "Oh shit, I just figured something out." And then they meet each other at the party and it's like, "I know who you are, motherfucker."
Yeah.
Didn't happen. No. But anyway, back to Dawn of the Dead. There's the one thing in that scene that Zack has done in several scenes where someone will fire a gun and the bullet will fly off of the screen, and it'll cut to a close-up of the bullet casing falling down at that character's foot.
You don't like that one?
Physics! And the fact that it just literally sent the bullet shooting out from the gun, and then it drops straight down to the person's fucking foot.
I mean...
Falls straight down.
I get it.
Physics!
I get it. Physics, yeah. I don't know, man. But I'm in, like... That's, like, the last thing that I'm worried about.
But my point is the opening of the Dawn of the Dead is really good. And if only the rest of the movie had been that good.
I love
It's still
that
good.
movie.
I still enjoy it. Still enjoyable.
I really love that
Especially when
one.
they put together the death bus, you know? That was
well,
cool.
I mean, I just think that the whole thing is pretty well paced. The only modern day zombie movies I think that actually rival it are 28 Days and Weeks Later, and Danny Boyle is like arguably a better director. I mean, they're two of my favorites, to be honest. Like
They both have strengths.
I mean, Danny Boyle, Trainspotting, I know it's 25 years old, but
No, I know,
it
but
holds up today. And
still a classic.
honestly, Slumdog Millionaire, another movie that still holds up that I really enjoyed and I didn't think was overhyped at all.
No, I enjoyed it.
No, really good.
It was exactly what I was expecting it to be.
You know what? I didn't know much about it other than the hype around it at the time, and I was still kind of like no TV and downloading stuff. I remember watching and being like, "Oh wow, this is really good, really." But again, Danny Boyle, it's tough for him to do something like I didn't love the sequel to Trainspotting. You see that?
I didn't see that.
That's.
I heard it wasn't as bad as other belated sequels.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I put it up there with the Dumb and Dumber thing. The thing is that they didn't take from the source material. The what is it? Porn, I think, is the is the sequel book from Irvin Welsh.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure it's something like that. But they get into like the porn industry. It's a totally different story. So, All right, live recording TV turns out to be important. I agree. Woolworth Building is about 2 blocks north of the World Trade Center. Drew, Happy New Year. Nanothermite developed by Damali.
For Damali.
Flick, there was no question. What's that?
Israeli section. Able Danger. Yep.
Yeah.
Hi boys. Read it again. You know that thing at the end. That's called a question mark. It's funny. Confirmed. Love you, Jason. Thought for years I was the crazy one. Think 9/11 was suspicious. Indeed. Tulsi. Whose sexy voice is that? Oh, it could be.
He's
mine.
not Gabby. She's not funded by John Podesta. John Podesta, all right, like he does with most people, okay? He gave to her campaign to get her into Congress. Then, when they tried to get her to support Hillary Clinton instead of Bernie Sanders when he won the DNC, she refused. By the way, Bernie went along with it. And that was it. They literally, if you read the email, I did a whole video on it. We'll do it live.
Oh, God.
We do a whole video on it right here. I know Gord was getting restless over here.
Whatever. It's fine.
Let's go back to this.
First you want in, now you want out. What are you, a cat?
I'll let him out in a second.
That's fine. Whatever. I just want to try to get through the chat and go back to my photo album.
Oh, you want to go that photo album here? We'll
Yeah,
go
we
photo.
didn't even reach the end, yo.
Oh, you want the whole photo album?
You were kind of in a rush.
You got a dog there. Right here.
Fun fact: only 2 of those dogs are real.
Okay, so the one on the bottom is not. I can
Yes.
tell. Yes, from that picture.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so keep going. So yeah, this is the stuff we shot in the San Francisco Marines Memorial Museum. Look at those shots, man.
Okay.
Dude, Ryan, our DP, he's so fucking good. I've been working with him for like almost a decade now.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime I have a budget to hire someone, Ryan's my go-to. And Scotty, again, does amazing sound and amazing BTS. This shot came out really nice. I'm stoked for people to see it. So that's a rolling angle. That's another engineer. See, there you go. There's our setup. We got a gem ball. We got C-stands. Whole bunch of stuff.
Cool.
So keep going, and we'll get to the meat and potatoes of the matter.
Meat and potatoes.
There you go, Fairbanks.
Oh, Fairbanks, Alaska.
Fairbanks, Alaska. I did a follow-up audio interview with Leroy, and that was one of the things I wanted to ask him about because we got a lot of B-roll of that statue, and it's outside so there he is in the center, Leroy Halsey. That's the antler arch in
cool.
Fairbanks. Yeah, it's fucking creepy.
That's cool right there. That's a great. Oh, look at that! It's confirmed.
Illuminati.
We know. I knew it, Dylan.
I know.
You asshole.
I mean,
I know.
if I'm going to admit it, it's going to be while we're making something about 9/11.
That's. Yeah, while we go through a photo album.
So this is Fairbanks in winter. As you
Uh-huh.
can see, it's a little chilly, but actually it had warmed up like right before we got there because the week before it was like in the negatives and shit.
What's up, big dude?
And then this is the Craft Museum gift shop.
Okay.
I got some license plates for some people. Downtown Fairbanks. And then we'll get that sunset was great. So this is our interview with Leroy. That's his wife Mary. There's when it goes back around to another angle, you'll really get to see a good glimpse of. These ones. We shot him. Look at that. Look at that fucking shot.
Looks
Again,
nice.
these aren't stills, but I mean the footage looks pretty
Oh,
similar.
I get it. I
This
can already
is-
see how the lighting is.
This
It looks
is in
nice.
the BP Design Center on the 4th floor of the engineering building at University Fairbanks. And that's basically it for the production. The rest of this is
Oh,
that's
it's
me
just-
flying my drone, little drone ski and hutch.
And that's not a real bear.
That is not a real bear. Guess which of the polar bears in this picture is not a real bear. -17 Celsius. I just hope you guys saw that.
So, for the Tulsi question, there it
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
I'm
back
sorry.
to it.
I'm sorry. I've just got to. Oh, I can't find it. Where is it? I've done quite a few Tulsi videos, but I don't think it's on. That's weird. Oh no.
Oh no.
Let's go with Podesta.
Oh no.
Podesta. There it is. Tulsi Gate exposed. Podesta connection explained. So if you'd like to watch that, hopefully that will answer your questions as to the actual connection of John Podesta and Tulsi Gabbard. You know the Jackman brothers are now working on that campaign, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes, good stuff. Good stuff.
Good for them, man.
I agree. Dancing Israelis, hired photographer.
Yeah, so much evidence, smoke
Smoke
screen,
screen.
mandatory big pharma
did that
vaccines,
one.
fascism.
A time will come when you will be called anti-Semitic for just mentioning Israelis.
Yeah. Oi, lol, measure the shadows for that day. Nobody that is really guilty will spend a day in jail. Trump over the Trump stuff.
Yeah, we did that one already.
Yeah, that's
Trump
right,
cut off
okay.
Palestinian aid.
You will have diarrhea for a week.
I don't think so.
You might.
I don't know. We'll find out. No sickness from last night. Good, because there's a doctor in the house. if
I had
needed.
2 glasses of champagne and 1 single Yingling.
I
That
had
was it.
quite a few brewskis and Hutch, and quite a few Basil Haydens, actually.
A little Basil Hayden.
Little Basil Hayden. But I avoided any kind of disaster.
Gravy has flour in it. There you go. I thought so.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, listen, I'm
It's,
not,
you know.
I'm not going. Listen, I'm not drinking the gravy. I'm just, it might be on my steak or my not my mashed potatoes because I can't eat those.
No,
but it will be on my turkey.
Mashed potatoes are definitely off the
They're
list.
out. They're out. They're off. They're not a meat. Doctor, it burns when I pee. Weird. What's up, Doc? It hurts when I do this. What does that mean?
Who knows?
Did you bump into any ladies last night?
No, ladies of the night.
Oh, of the night? I mean, there's not a big prostitution issue in Oneonta, thank
Doctor,
God.
how do I get the nanobots out of my body?
Yeah, jeez.
I
Got a fever, doctor.
More cowbell. Yeah.
Yeah,
Stand
yeah.
near a microwave. Always more
No.
cowbell. Got it. I don't eat anything without a face. Where is art
Jeez.
with the cowbell? Drink cola or something.
Cholera.
I don't.
Chlorella.
Chlorella, there you go.
Chlorella. I love animals right next to my mashed potatoes. I agreed. Listen, I was just really thinking about mashed potatoes. I haven't eaten all day. I'm starving.
Lettuce heads and baby carrots lives matter too. Vitamin C.
TRT and HGH burn. If I could afford that, you have no idea. You have no.
Who thinks these two are high?
What? I mean, I don't know. Do I look high? I mean, we were talking about the Blunskis. I'd definitely be doing that. if I
Oh,
could.
yeah.
Yeah. Let's be blunt with Burmis.
Cats is a legendary musical. Thank you.
Sounded like a starving solid snake. What? They're always blasted, Geneva. Are we? It's
guess.
the middle of the afternoon. Are we blasted? I barely just got up. Guys, I was out until like 4 or 5 in the morning
I
last
was
night.
shooting a wedding until 1 in the morning, so you know, like I'm tired skiing Hutch.
Always and forever. Oh, the Winter Garden Theater. Not. Amazing watching America wake up. Can't get high on CBD only, correct? They are just messers having a bit of crack. Is it fun? I like to make jokes about crack because it's funny.
That's hilarious.
Well, as long as you're not really downtrodden and a crack addict.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crack jokes are only funny if you are not a recovering crack addict.
Yes.
Or just a regular crack addict.
Yeah, no, it's...
Haven't even made it to recovery yet.
No. Let's see.
We
We
matters
matters
to
to some.
Were you stoned when watching Cats? I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one.
I think we might have been. I'd rather snip. Whoa! I don't know about that, Mr. Steinman. Ouch, indeed. I hate musicals. I'm not a big. Cats made millions in the early days.
Yes, we're into Cats Town now.
Yeah,
This
we're
is
finally
great.
into the Cats
Finally
Town.
catching. I'm sorry, chat. Actually, I guess we're about halfway down.
Yeah. My wish for 2020 that people can finally see what's going on around me too. I hope it's the year where like people wake up to what dire straits Assange is in and how important WikiLeaks still is and how we need to stop the military-industrial complex and Trump's not a savior and yada yada yada. You know. Integrity is in short supply these days.
America is hurting.
Let me tell you something. I was watching the PFL finals last night. I went last year at the Garden, and there was fucking commercial after commercial for Tecovas cowboy boots.
Oh my God.
A new cowboy boot for everybody. And it was literally like a parody of...
Integrity
the-
Farms.
I can't... You know what? We do it live here. If we can find Tecovas... Watch, I'll get a strike for it. But
Probably if you're not.
Tecovas boots commercial.
And demonetized.
Let's see. I don't know about this 2018 one, but we're gonna try it. Wait. There's got to be like a newer one. 2019, because we're in 2020. Tecova Boots commercial 2019. Come on, I want Tecova's in the wild. This ain't your daddy's cowboy boot.
I guess not.
I don't know. I'm not doing it. Let's go back.
They get the point. They can look it up themselves
Yes.
if they want and take their pick.
Anybody
of
that watched the
Tecovas
fights,
Boots
or
commercial.
we'll discuss it on Mixed Martial Mindset. Oh.
I was like, I thought my phone was
No,
on
it's
silent.
not. Why do you dismiss Q and QAnon? I found out about Epstein Podesta through the research. Well, then you're late to the party. Listen, because this is how grifts work. They take information that's publicly available and then they manipulate those around it to spin it into a positive way where they can make money. Okay? I'm not here to spin anything in a positive way. I've been talking about Epstein for over a decade. I was talking about those Podesta emails long before Q was a thing, when they came out and all of a sudden was like, what the fuck is this Domino's on cheese shit? Why the fuck is he talking about Dennis Hassert, the fucking serial pedophile?
You haven't even said one nice thing about cats.
Listen, I'm a realist. All right, I don't think anyone's coming to save me, and I'm very careful when I start talking about it. Listen, I get enough fucking eyebrows up here and looks like, you really believe that, Jason? And I'm like, yeah, I really fucking do, or I wouldn't talk about it. And I really don't believe in that. I think you guys are all being taken for a ride. You don't trust anybody's plan. What happened to trust no one? What the fuck happened to fucking the X-Files and a fucking TV show telling you a better thing than some fucking sci-fi nonsense on the internet? Okay. Apparently Santa and JC are into Terrify products. What?
I don't even know what that means. Maybe he meant to say integrity and it spell corrected him.
Yeah, that's probably right.
Integrity. Yep, see, there you go. Called it.
Yeah, there it is. You got it.
Pretty
Trump
much my take on it. Yeah.
will erase Baghdad. Daddy's homeboys.
Takes quite a while to break down steak. Plenty of green veg with it may help. No vegetables.
No vegetables.
Steak only.
Go F yourself, America.
We are so tired of your
shizzle.
Tired of your S word.
The rest of the world, they're not wrong.
Q
equals psyop. Q equals tons of good info.
You need to get the hell out of
what
the
good info? You can get the good info without that. Happy New Year, Burmis and Avery. Here's to hoping we won't be talking about the same shit this time next decade.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
I hope not. You know what? It's funny. Virginia Giuffre Roberts, the main most vocal victim of the Epstein case, said, let's take down these 1% of criminals that think they're above the law. And unfortunately, it's less than 1% for sure. But, I understand what she's saying. So, let's take some of these people down. Let's restore freedom. Let's actually, and I'll tell you this, because Q believers somehow think that Assange is not being tortured and detained in Belmarsh, or it's some kind of weird CIA op. It's not. He's being tortured, guys. He's not being saved. You can't trust the plan. The media is not even asking Trump other than one time about it. It's a problem. It's a fucking problem. Where'd you come up with grandma oatmeal, and what is poop salad?
That is all you.
I don't know what poop salad is, but where did I come up with grandma oatmeal? Take a look at Elizabeth Warren. That's where I came up with fucking grandma oatmeal. I took a look at her, and I'm like, this is an unelectable woman. She
But
looks...
why grandma oatmeal?
I mean, number one, she does kind of resemble like she could be married to the Quaker Oats guy. Am I wrong? Like, if you had the Quaker Oats guy next to Elizabeth Warren, and she was just like, it was like shoulders up, right? And her little, like, whatever she's
It'd
wearing.
be like American Gothic, but for oatmeal.
Exactly. And she's lumpy, she's cold, she's without flavor or taste. I mean, there's so much that describes
She's
her
good
as,
with a little bit of cinnamon and sugar, maybe.
She's not. She gets no cinnamon. We're talking about lumpy, cold grandma oatmeal. Skim milk and, like, served to you after it's not even warm anymore. You know when you get that big, like, it's almost like an ice cream scoop of oatmeal? Yes. That's the grandma oatmeal I'm talking about.
Gross.
Yes, exactly. That's where I came up with it. Thank you, Life of Brian, for that super chat. David E. Burden, thank you for all the support this year, David. We need to get the hell out of foreign countries and solve our own problems. Agreed.
We're in an hour and 2 minutes. So
you got to go? All right, listen.
It's
Q is Johnny
I'm not trying to
Nonsense.
just end it right, but let's just scroll through.
No. We're
We're
going all the way down. I think that's it. We just did it. That was it, pretty much. And we came up. Yeah, no. There was a few people that we may be fucking pissed off we didn't get to.
Sorry,
it's in
guys.
there. Listen, we're having...
You got to get in early.
You got to get
that's
in.
the only way. Otherwise, you're going to get buried, and we're never going to get to you because Burmis wants to talk about Conor McGregor for 15 minutes.
By the way, I think it's absolutely important that you go over at some point today at Jason Burmis on Twitter and retweet this very important video and thread about Conor McGregor being a violent rapist.
See, it's like,
because it needs to happen, guys. I don't want this fight to happen. There's a reason there hasn't been a press conference. The man has 19 other convictions in Ireland.
Dude, I'm shocked with, like, the outrage culture that we live in.
And
like,
no one will touch the story.
And, like, James Gunn, like, being raked over the fucking coals for joke tweets he made 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's not the only thing he did.
Okay, well, anyway.
Well, I'm not saying that James Gunn is a pedophile. However, his friend certainly was and got caught. And he was running this Hollywood show. Wait, hold on. He's also on video, forget about the tweets, joking with his wife in a priest outfit, going to some weird party.
It was a Halloween party.
Yeah, but about breaking in his daughter. Like, laughing about it.
Okay.
I'm just Dylan. You know me. I've got a sick sense of humor. I've said some fucking seriously twisted shit. Can you imagine me saying anything like that
No,
about the
probably
kids
not.
that I take care of?
Probably not.
I'd be horrified. I mean, my skin is crawling just thinking about like that fucking. So you see it? I mean, like
see it? You get
literally
little
goosebumps of like you sick fuck.
Okay, so anyway, living in a culture where nobody can get away with anything and that people get canceled immediately, even, so whatever. I don't even know what to say about James Gunn anymore. Like, the point is, it's a surprise that this fight and he are still a thing. Because it should be like, you know what, we're going to cool the jets on the whole Conor McGregor thing for a bit while we wait to get to the bottom of this. Mm-hmm. I mean, look at again, not that I'm saying that he didn't do these things, but Kevin Spacey. I'm sure that's a fun topic for you over the last couple days.
I did the videos. Oh, I mean, you know what I do? I love reading WhatsApp text messages that say things like this. He didn't use a condom, came inside her, left her covered in bruises, and she had throat injuries, which were consistent with someone held in a choke, the ones applied in the ring. His DNA was all over her. He tried to ride her vaginally and rammed her tampon up into her cervix.
Okay, so
she had to have it surgically removed. If you want to know why I keep talking about this.
So now you're definitely demonetized.
I mean,
hey, look, I'm not saying
I didn't make this
I'm not saying
up.
there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying,
Okay, so you want to do me a favor, you want to do yourselves a favor, you want to stand up for something that's right. This is how you do it, right there. Right there. Go
Bada bing.
go get this out there to people. If you want to financially support me, I have this GoFundMe up. It'll be up for a little bit longer, but I'm putting up a new one today. I was actually working on the thumbnail for the new GoFundMe for 2020.
I think you should just leave that background in there.
What? Which one?
The one that was there.
Oh,
when you were working on it.
beforehand. That's so ridiculous. But thumbs this video up, sub and share. What do you got going on, Dylan? Where can people see your stuff other than right here, where you can also see Loose Change Final Cut? Right in the playlist section.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
that's the bastard child of the Loose Change series.
I see. I love the Final Cut, but hey, where can they check out your other stuff?
Mostly on Amazon. My police brutality doc is still on there. I actually am supposed to get the rights back in June, so we'll see what happens there. But yeah, it's on Amazon. Give it a watch. I know police brutality is like old news at this point, but there's the Magic Molecule, the CBD documentary. There's the Professional Stevie Blatt story, also on Amazon. And there's also 4'11", also on Amazon. But yeah, right now I'm working on the Building 7 documentary. I mostly am done with my paper cut, and now that the weddings are done and I don't have anything to shoot until basically March, I have some time to actually like dive in and focus and bang out a cut. My composer is, I don't want to say nagging me because it sounds bad, but my composer...
He's nagging.
He's nagging. He's like, where's some footage? I got some ideas. I want to get to work. And I'm also trying to figure out the best way to explain to him what I want.
Okay.
So I don't know. But yeah, so gonna start editing on that soon and maybe even debut the trailer here at the same time it goes out on the internet. I don't know. We'll see. But first I have to have a movie to make a trailer for, or at least, have a trailer to show. So that's what I'm working on. That's what's going on.
It's 20 motherfuckers. It's Hey Now 2020. What?
Flip.
Boom. Boom.
See, that's why, because we're not.
I don't know. Yeah, I know.
We're not flipped. We didn't do the flip.
There is no flippage.
You can flip the
I'm
webcam
not
image.
flipping.
We've done it before.
I know, but I'm not. I'm not flipping. I think we did it right. I don't know. Guys, even if we didn't, I love you. I'll be back later tonight with more videos and then the Action for Assange crew. Much love and to a great 2020 for everybody out there.
See you later.